Hey, good afternoon, family. I just wanted to drop off a brief word of encouragement to somebody today. Jesus told the disciples when he was sending them out to witness, to minister, he said, if you go to a place and you try to bring the gospel, you try to bring revelation, you try to bring healing and deliverance, and they are just not receptive to it, he said, don't waste your time there. He said, leave that place and kick the dust off your feet. And there's some of us today that are walking around with what I call dusty feet. What's exactly dusty feet? Dusty feet is when you are trying to witness to a people who are not receptive, and as a result of that, you walk away from there feeling some type of way. Some of you have the dusty feet of rejection. You have tried to minister to some, and primarily where we find this is in our own family, those who are closest to us, because the word even tells us that Jesus went back to his hometown and he tried to minister there. And you know what they said? They were like, ain't that Jesus, the son of the carpenter, the brother of so-and-so? In other words, isn't that Jesus from way back when, from around the way? And there are some people in your life that are just not going to receive what you want to share with them because they remember you when. They not only do they remember you before Christ in your BC days and the things that you did, but even after you came to Christ, my God, if you made a mistake after accepting Christ, some people are just not going to see past your last mistake. And so some of you have the dusty feet of rejection that you're walking around with because those who are closest to you are not receiving you. They're not celebrating the new you. They are not looking at you and saying, wow, you're such a mighty man of God. You're such a mighty woman of God. So you've got the dusty feet of rejection. Some of you have dusty feet of resentment. You feel some type of way that they don't acknowledge all that God has done in and is doing through you. You recognize that the very thing that they think disqualifies you is what qualifies you for God's use, but you need to get rid of the resentment. Some of you have dusty feet of shame. When you get around these people, and as they remind you of what you used to do, man, that's a battle scar. You need to say, you're right, bro. You're right, sis. That was me. But glory be to God. His grace is sufficient. And God can still use a person like me, even after what I did. So here's the good news. He can use you too. But here's the issue. Sometimes we just got to know when to fold them. We need to know when to walk away and kick the dust off of our feet. Everybody is not your assignment. You need to know that. God has those who are ready. They have ears to hear, eyes to see, so that when you arrive on the scene and you begin to utilize the gift that God has placed in you, they are ready. Beloved, sometimes we just need to plant the seed and move on. Some of us are stuck where we are. Some of us have dusty feet because you're trying to do God's job. You're trying to plant the seed. You're trying to do the watering, and you're trying to bring forth the increase. And so you are stuck with dusty feet. If you need to plant the seed, move on. Trust that God has the right people or person to come into their path who's going to do the watering, and it is God who gets the increase. It's time to shake off the dust, beloved. Stop hanging around trying hard to get people's approval. Stop trying to get them to celebrate. Stop trying to get them to appreciate. Stop trying to get them to agree. Dust off those feet. Some of your feet are so heavy from the dust. It's time to move forward and go where your feet are celebrated, not tolerated. If this message has blessed and encouraged you today, I invite you to share it with somebody else. It's time to get rid of the dusty feet. Family, I love you. Have an awesome and blessed remainder of the day.